The new numbers out from Surrey and White Rock Homes are probably going to surprise you. Basically, what has been going on, the market has been fairly interesting over the last year. Not only that, but over the last month. Condos in Surrey White Rock, month over month, are down 1.7%. That's actually a relatively aggressive number to be down in only 1 month, obviously, but year over year, they're only down about 1%. So the year seems to balance everything out, just similar to what happens with stocks. Now, townhomes are up 0.3%. Year over year, they are down 1.7%. And detached homes down 0.7%. But year over year, one of the only performers that we've seen up year over year and about almost by 2%, but up a modest 1.7%. So that's obviously great. Now, this is the graph that we are always paying attention to as real estate professionals. It's called the sales to active ratio. And what you can see there is that the sales to active ratio is actually at 11.7%. What does that mean? Well, 11.7%, that effectively means that for every 100 homes that go for sale, as an example, only about 11.7 of those are actually transacting. What we would consider that to be is a market where the advantage is for the buyer. This is really great conditions to be purchasing a home because you've got lots of inventory to go take a look at. There is lots of negotiation that's being able to be happening just because sellers are really doing what they want to and need to try and woo a home buyer. And that would result in ideally better asking prices, people sharpening the price on their home, trying to woo people like you who are maybe looking to buy a home. So if the future continues to look like the present, markets don't necessarily last forever. You can see the market even here with the sales to active ratios bounced back and forth. Usually when we see it up above about 20%, we say that's a market that's in benefit of the sellers. And roughly anything around 15 to 20%, that's a market that's really balanced. Nobody has any advantage over the other. But if the future continues to look like the present, we might find ourselves in a market where real estate values are continuing to soften. Who wins in a market like this? Well, the buyers do. So if there's anybody who is a first-time buyer, everything's on sale. There's a really great opportunity to pick up the home that you want, really because there's not a lot of people actually transacting right now. New to Canada, people do very well in this sort of market. People that are upgrading. So if you have a smaller home and you are looking at buying a bigger home, nobody likes selling their home when they feel that the market is down. But if you think about it, if the market is down, let's say 1% on your townhome, which is worth, let's say, $1 million in South Surrey, and you're looking to buy a detached home, which is also down 1%, well, the portion of 1% of the detached home is actually quite a bit larger than the portion on the townhome. So you're actually gaining more money. You're gaining more ground like that if you're an upgrader. And really anybody that's selling to buy. And the reason those people are kind of put into this bucket is the simple fact that when you're selling and buying, you're typically doing things in the same marketplace. So the market, like the famous saying that the tide rises all boats up and down equally. Well, small homes, big homes, usually they're all kind of moving in a similar fashion as well, unless you're making a really significant jump from, like, let's say a really small townhome to a multi-million-dollar home. Well, those are clearly very different markets. So anyways, that is a little bit what's going on. Now, I know everybody is talking about the trade wars, or more so the tariffs that we may be experiencing. We did a video all about that just a few short days ago. So if you're interested in hearing a little bit about that, what my opinion is on that, and what the biggest lever that the Bank of Canada actually has to pull if these trade wars come into place to help stimulate the market, you're going to want to check out that video. And luckily for you, it's coming up next. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next month.